Oh,
So I'm
okay.
just going, yeah, I ain't even gonna fool around, man. Yeah, man, what's going on, man, right now, man? This is PS, man, Pacific Sunrise in the building, man. A couple drops of essential black men on the Zoom, man, on the virtual. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go ahead and introduce myself, then you can introduce yourself. I'm Errol Van Moore Jr. Uh, you know, um, Talented in many things. Kind of spent a lot of time in the IT industry, also sports training, and in music. You know what I mean, and motivation, mentoring, coaching. So that's a little bit about me.
Yeah.
And go ahead, let them know your name.
And I'm a Cedric Sias from Pacific Sunrise, Cali Silk Screen Pros.
They
Yeah,
better know it, man. They better get to know this thing. Let them
yeah. I'm
know,
just
man.
a black entrepreneur, just out there trying to get it. I've been in the silk screen business for since I was 18 years old, and you know what I mean. And this was my love, my passion. That's what we're talking about today, passion.
That's right, man. Passion, man. And I want to first tip my hat off to you because I wouldn't even have a hat on right now if you didn't put no passion and no energy into the production, man. And, if you don't know, Cedric is an integral part of the Pacific Sunrise merchandising department, handles all of the production, the incoming inventory, all the merch. Um, is right out of the lab, man. And that's a passion in itself, man. The lab, and I don't know, man. Maybe we could just break down passion. You know what I mean? And passion being pretty much, what I mean. If we just want to break down some sort of definition, I mean, passion could be anything powerful, compelling, emotion,
Right,
something you putting a lot into, you putting a lot of energy, putting a lot of yourself, your blood, sweat, and that's where blood, sweat, and tears came from. Blood, sweat, and tears just is passion.
right, right.
It's
I like
all
that one.
passion.
Yeah, I like that one definition when it says strong, controllable emotion. You know what I mean? It's talking about control, and a passion is something that you control.
Right,
You know what I mean? When you feel that that's something that's in you that you love, you just want to just do it all day. You should, you know what I mean? You just want to bury yourself into it,
right,
marry yourself to whatever it is. I mean, that's how I was when I first started, when I was young and I just got a hold of all the like the graphics part of the deal, just trying to do something. It's like I was sitting in the house, like I wouldn't even leave the computer. You know
right.
what
And
I
that,
mean?
no, that's real, man. That's real, and that's the whole thing. That passion, you can't. This is the thing. That's why it's hard for people in the workplace today in 2020, in the average workplace, because you're doing something and your essence, your spirit, yourself is saying this ain't my passion. So
Right,
you tend to make excuses, or you tend to slack off, and you might do a good job one day but then slack off. You gon' just like I said, I work many jobs. I understand you gonna slack off where you can find ways to slack off.
right,
You
right,
know what I'm saying? Because it ain't really your passion. But your passion, you don't ever slack off your passion. You just can't, because it's a part of you. It's like the blood in your veins. You know
right.
what I'm saying? You can't just clog them up or cut them off and leak them out or something. You ain't gonna make it. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? So yeah, man. Like I say, man, you put a lot of passion into the merch, a lot of time, effort, energy, um, and definitely, man. Just working back on passion, man. Passion actually is the energy, the fuel for manifestation. You know what
right.
I'm saying? So like anything you do, I don't care if it's, I mean, I don't want to be nasty, it's picking your nose. You do it enough, you know what I mean? You might be the best nasal crust digger in your life. But I'm saying, if you have a passion, whatever it is, if it's drawing, if it's handling the object, if it's using tools, and everything like the key thing is that like you can have passion, but then you have to have repetition of that passion. Like, like they say, anything physically you do 1,000 times, you master that thing. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like on an assembly or production line. Once you do it 10, 15, 20, 30, 40, 50, by the time you get to 100, 150, 200, it's clockwork. You know what I'm saying? It's clockwork. But see and then if you apply passion on top of that, oh man,
Yeah.
that's where it wins. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Crazy. Yeah, that's why I think some people don't make it today is because they're just trying to go through the motions and they trying to just do something or do anything instead of tapping into what's what I mean, what's in them. You know what I mean? Or even
Fact.
going way back because like for me, you see where I'm at right now. I'm 50 years old and I'm doing this, but when I started this, when I was 17 in high school, and there was nothing available for me to even, you know what I mean?
Available for you. See, this is the thing. That's a deeper conversation for another time because I look at the things too, man. I look at my age being 46, about to be 46, and I look at the talents, and then it's like, no, you don't want to make excuses because they say, when you start complaining, you need to start training. That's another thing I just picked up on the other day. I mean, and it's like, you know what I mean? Okay, that makes sense. But there are legit things to complain about. I mean, we live in a duality, bro. So shit is real. It's good and bad, and there is shit to complain about. There's shit to be happy about. Shit. You know what I'm saying? All this, that shit be fake out. They're like, don't be complaining, just do it. Shut up. You complain, motherfucker. It's a part of life. It's a part of the paradox. You know what I'm saying? I mean, let's not act like it ain't there. You gonna complain. The motherfucker ain't not one person on this earth, unless they just ignored a lot of shit. Hella good, nigga. You complain.
Yeah, you
You
going
complained about something. So, man, at the end of the day, man, it's like there's a lot of shoulda, woulda, coulda. There's a lot of damn, man. I got all this talent. Somebody should have dropped $1 million on me already. Somebody should have, and we waiting for that. Somebody should have, man. I don't know nobody named somebody should have. You know what I'm saying? I don't know that nigga, man. So we got to figure out like how do we allow our passion to manifest what it is that we want. You know what I mean? And I think the passion is the passion of you, of self.
Right.
The passion,
Right.
because if you have passion for self, you're going to go out and do whatever it takes to manifest through self, bro. That's your passion. Your passion is inside you. Like we were born, as they say in the Bible, when we were born amongst the earth, God put everything that we needed already inside of us.
Right.
Like we already have, we keep looking.
Yeah.
We look like, no, man, look inside. This is where you got to stop waiting on somebody to come tap you on the shoulder. Hey, man, I got an opportunity for you to, you know what I mean? You got to throw the pole out there, man. Allow the process. The problem is patience, because a lot of times, and I think you mentioned that earlier, I think a minute ago, about in that, you got to have patience, because it's like you said, you've been doing the the design production. You've been doing that skill since you were 18.
Right.
Now you at a point where you a master at that thing. You know what I mean? Where you put passion, you put what they say, where attention, what's the phrase? Where's the saying? Where attention goes, energy flows. It's the same thing. Where passion goes, things manifest. You know what I'm saying? So that's the general key that you can apply across the board without saying a whole lot. If that's something you do, just like, and there are signs, there are words, there are frequencies, which are words. You know that words are frequencies, like letters, alphabets, A, B, C, D. They're all frequency. If you say them, if you enunciate them, they're a frequency. So words are frequency, things you see. So, for instance, like that's why there's things unlock your passion. Like there could be something that motivates you that unlocks your passion. There could be a saying, a quote that unlocks your passion. You can see somebody do something amazing and inspired you, it locked your passion. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
That's funny
everyone has
you said that.
triggers.
Yeah, that's funny you said that because that's how it happened to me, and that's why I was going to say something about open doors and closed doors. But that trigger, my friend triggered that because I've always stayed in this, and I've always just kept doing it and just playing around, messing around, just seeing what was new out there. And then one day he comes in there and he has his ideals about his little got buckets, and he was excited about T-shirts and
Mm.
making merch and stuff like that. And I was like, man, I can, man. And he showed me something that he paid all these people money to do. And I was like, I can do that for you. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? It's like, oh, for real? And I was like, yeah. I was like, we can do this and this. And that's how I jumped back into it. And then it went full force because I didn't even expect it. As soon as I started doing stuff for him, the energy, everybody started snatching on the energy. And then I start pulling all these other people. And then it just started trickle effect and just going because I jumped into that.
yeah,
I listened to that word, those energies, that open door, and I
yeah,
walked right through it. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Some people wouldn't have done that, but we have to. If it's a passion, you're going to.
Right.
You know what I mean? When you say you're passionate about something, you see that opportunity open, that door open, you got to go through it and you got to
Right.
run and give it your all, no matter what happens at that time.
Right. No,
Man,
that's 100, man. That's real, man. That's a powerful thing, man. And I think with anything, man, you gotta be. This is the thing, and you can't really get mad at people if they don't have the same passion, because some people don't recognize their passion, folks. Some
right,
people don't. You can't beat nobody on their head for them to recognize passion, because really with passion you have to be obsessed as well with your passion.
right,
You
right.
really do. It's got to
Yeah,
be something you wake up, it wakes you up early in the morning, or you wake out and you got ideas of things that come to you. They could come to you in a dream state. They could come to you. I believe this, what I believe on a spiritual level, with the passion and all that obsession and all that, that the spirit is obsessed with its origin. Our spirit is obsessed with its origin, bro. That's why we die, because it has to return. It has to. It can't live in this shell. It's
right,
just like a flower. You can take the analogy of growing a flower in the soil. It's gonna grow and die.
right, right,
It's not gonna grow and then grow again. You're gonna cut it. It's gonna harvest, but that part of it is gonna die. It gets cut away. And then it leaves room for new growth, new. So I think in the cycle of life, the cycle of you understand, we worry too much.
right,
The
right,
worry kills our passion. The worry kills our true creation. Worry kills creation.
right,
Worry is the biggest thing, that the biggest killer for human beings in terms of knowing thyself. And I don't think you can conquer what you need to conquer in that, because you have to almost, what they say about laugh. You got to laugh at life sometimes, man. You
right,
can't
right,
you got to realize, you'll sit back and realize how petty all the issues are. That's why I like the quote from Bill Russell, who always said he never hated anybody or had, you know, allowed any hate in his heart for people, because he realized everything was just a misunderstanding. That's all it is, man.
right,
Everything is a misunderstanding. It ain't really it ain't, why do things have to escalate to the point where you lose your mind
right,
if it's a misunderstanding? That means there's a lack of wisdom in that situation. There's a lack of discernment, there's a lack of balance, there's a lack of self-awareness when you can't control oneself. You
right,
know, we, like I said, we have the control of our own breathing. Therefore, we control our spirit.
right, right.
If you could control your breathing, that means you have some connection with your own spirit. You know what I'm saying? And what does that mean? That means that you have a higher self and a lower self. So we're lower self. This existence right here, we just chilling. So we call upon the higher self
Right.
to connect the passion of the lower self to manifest, right? That's what we do. Like even the logo thing, even anything that you do, it goes from an ideation to an actual physical form, or someone had to actually, yourself had to actually put forth the energy
Right.
to produce it. So what does that say about that thing that is produced? Just as anything that is produced, like fruit from a tree, it has power, it has nutrients, it has essentials to it, it has a vibration to it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It does. And see, that's the whole key, man, about passion. Is like you have to believe. Can't nobody else believe your passion more than you believe your passion. And if you don't have passion, you're living somebody else's passion. You can't really find happiness living nobody else's passion. You got to find your own passion.
Yeah.
And that goes in relationships, that goes in business, that goes in all kind of sorts of areas where that's why we live in a duality, bro. We cannot escape the duality. We can't escape it. You know what I'm saying? We have to welcome it and then go forth into that, man. So, man, all of that comes together, man, when we start dealing with when we reference passion and applied passion. You know, I think like what we do with the organization we created, and it's a bunch of ideas and it's a bunch of energy, because thought is energy. It's a bunch of, even though when something we can say, oh man, it ain't moving, this person ain't doing nothing, this person ain't doing that. Did they think about it? Did they put their mind on it? If you put your mind on it, you put energy on it, you put energy on it, it's a process. These things, like I said, you can't beat, you can make an idea, you can make a commitment a dead horse. Meaning there's this energy to create and to come up with a new idea, but when it's sitting there on the shelf collecting dust, now it's like everybody's pointing the finger to why it's dusty.
Right.
As opposed to, man, it's dusty because we have yet to, we haven't yet to dust it off. And when we dust it off, it's gonna be good as new. It's still there. It hasn't died. It hasn't gone anywhere. It just got a little dust on it, or just ain't moving as fast as you want it to move. So it's allowed to collect dust. So what? It's not a big deal. This is when you got to step back and say, you know what? I'm not gonna put angry energy towards something that I have. If I have a passion for it, it's not helping me apply no angry energy at my passion. It's hurting my passion. It's hurting me if it's my passion. If it's somebody else's passion, I don't give a well, that's fucking, I don't really care. It's not my passion. You know what I'm saying? This is why it's easy for somebody to back out of something, or easy for someone to go MIA on something, because that ain't their passion. So the key is, when you organize and when you come together with a group of people, you have to find out everyone's passion.
Right.
That's the key. You know what I mean? Because I'm not gonna be mad if you say your passion is sharpening pencils, nigga. I can't get mad at you because you couldn't, nigga, scoop the ice cream right in the ice cream cone. Then you said your passion was sharpening pencils. So I expect, nigga, when I see some pencils by you, yeah, nigga, I expect some motherfucking ninja emery darts, nigga. Some spikes, nigga. What you got going on over there? Nigga? Some a pile, a bag of pencil shreds. Something, nigga. Selling, serving. I got pencil shreds for sale, boy. It's that new shit. Walk around, man. Hey, that'll be. Hey, that'd be crazy, man. Hey, what if there was a You know how people sell drugs? What if there was this is just a play on drug selling. Well, somebody's like like an educated, but he walk around like he's selling like slanging like education stuff, but like drugs though. He was packing them like drugs. You know what I mean? Ah! Yeah, man. But yeah, man. Passion is real. You know, passion is something that you know, I don't think you can lose, man. I don't think you can lose if you apply passion for self. If you just do what again, nothing. What's the phrase? I got this from it's a show you should check out, man. It's a cool little show called Ross Kitchen on YouTube. RAS Kitchen. And so it's just like this. It's this white dude from Canada, and was in Jamaica, and he befriended this dude. He live in the mountains, and he's like family. And then the white dude be there filming, and then dude be cooking and shit, like on a garbage can, like on not a garbage can, but a barrel, like the big oil barrel, like they cook on top of stuff like that. And they out there straight in the mountains, and he be doing all kinds of stuff. But he be it's all these sayings and stuff like that. So I mean, they did a whole thing, like the dude like even made them like merch, like shirts and stuff that they sell and stuff like that. Like they got a big audience, a big following. But, yeah, man. That man, that's crazy. That's what he said nothing tried, nothing done, man. The roster dude. You know, sometimes it's people who live a real basic, modest life. You listen to them, bro. It's very basic. It's very like it's like we complicate stuff so much that you know what I'm saying? It'd be like something basic like that, dude. And if you think about that, it's so basic of an understanding. Nothing tried, nothing done.
Right.
But it's so true though. It hits so true because in the complexity, the big complex matrix that we in, sometimes we don't know how to slow down and just read that. Nothing tried, nothing done. You know what I mean? It's like if you about to quit and you say to yourself, nothing tried, nothing done, you probably gonna give it another try just based on the fact that it was so simple, a simple concept. Like, damn, I probably just had to turn it one more time and it probably I'd have had it. I kind of gave up on, you know what I'm saying? You know, it'd be stuff like
that when I hear little quotes and
yeah,
put something in me and be like, man, I never thought about that. I gotta go ahead and just try it because I never know. You know what I mean? I've always been like that when I've heard those things from, you know what I mean, older cats always come around just throwing sayings and, you know
yeah.
what I mean, around like that. And I just picked up on that stuff. Like somebody told me that one time, it's just like, they just said, man, there's a whole bunch of money out there for black folks, but ain't none of us going to get it. And I'm like, oh, yeah? I'm like, man, I'm about to go see if it, you know what I mean? I'm going to go check it out to see if it's real. And I really understood after a while. I started really understanding what they were saying. But you know what I mean, it's just we don't go do nothing. You know what I mean? If we do something, we can grab some of this part, this melting pot, this part of, you know what I mean, whatever's going on out there. We just gotta go. If we don't do it, you know what I mean, just like you said, the phrase, ain't nothing gonna get done. We gotta go do it. Try it out.
You gotta do it, man. And that's the whole thing, man. It's about, you know, I think we definitely live in a time too, man, where I think it's just about, you know, having something essential. People want essentials. People want things that have meaning behind it. They want some substance. I think that's a sign for our existence as human beings. To be honest with you, at a macro level, it's almost like people are becoming more conscious of self and existence. You know what I mean? It's like it's stronger. It's like intensified. Maybe it's the trauma of things that we experience. Maybe it's the dilemma of right and wrong, because there's a lot of right and wrong in this world that we have to juggle in our minds. It could be a person may have a dislike for, you know, what's big, homosexuality, the LGBTQ, UVH. You know what I'm saying? You know, somebody might have a disdain for white folks, black folks, Mexican, all kind of shit, man.
Yeah.
all kind of shit. But at the end of the day, it's overthinking again.
Right.
It's complicating existence, bro. Like we all eat, drink, shit, piss, bleed, fart, jump, run, drink. We all do shit. Like it's not simple. It's not complicated. We complicated with all these labels and
Yeah.
barriers of this and that. And it's just like if you just sit in an office and listen to people talk these days, you will realize how useless
Yeah.
thinking
Yeah. I think it's too much
happens.
stuff going on. Too much.
Useless. Like you
Yeah.
got time to talk about that shit. And we will, because we adapt as human beings, we'll what's the name to just to get along so we don't shake the pot, or we don't want to seem like an outsider. So we might agree just for the sake of or we might join it just for the sake of seeming we're neutral, we're in it a little, like kind of, but we're not. We play that game.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We know how to play, man. And that's a part. Guess what? The funny thing about that, if you look in psychology, that's slightly that's whatchamacallit, man. Well, not bipolar. What is that called? Where people can have different personalities. Because really, if you think about it, everybody, huh?
Schizophrenic.
I think it may be
Schizophrenia.
schizophrenic when you change your personality up or something. But I'm just saying,
Yeah.
like you hear Jay-Z say, I don't change for nobody. You know, when I walk in a meeting and I'm me, I don't never change for nobody. I don't change my tone or the way I move. And it, most people though, good for Jay-Z, but damn it, most people adapt, alter based on their environment.
Right. Right.
Like you gonna walk into a, say you just, this is just hypothetical shit. You walk into a club and it's, you thought it was gonna be a cool ass casual grown up club, and you walk in, it's gangstered out, nigga. It's motherfucking nigga Jerry Curls from the 80s up in that motherfucking sagging corduroys, nigga, blah, up in there, right? And you gonna quickly pay attention to what environment you in and quickly adjust. You ain't gonna be so loose, you're gonna turn tense. You might fucking, you're gonna look for some exits. You're gonna look to see if you know somebody right away. You're gonna, you ready to protect yourself. You ready, you don't know what's going on.
Right. Right.
But you adapting it's a schizophrenic moment because
Right. Right.
you in a box of, nigga, what's the thing? I gotta transform into some shit, nigga, or that's a protection mechanism. Or just, let's just say for hypothetical, you went into a spot, you thought it was cool, you got on the flyer, you thought it was cool, and you walked in, and it was a bunch of motherfucking Zelda shit going on the pole. Some motherfucking fairy tangerine milk jumping off the damn stage, okay, with drawers on. So, nigga, you walked in there, you thought it was wait a minute, this ain't where I'm supposed to be, nigga. But immediately, you gonna transform. Now you gonna, I hope, for you, whoever in the world, that you choose to transform there, that's on you. But the back door is the quickest exit, nigga. So and then, that's not the thing you have to watch. But no, I'm just saying, man, it's a trip, man. Just the world is it can be complicated. You know what I mean? Even when if you watch the debate shit, you got everybody talking and a fly land on this man's head, and everybody's, oh, he's a piece of shit. He's a, you know what I mean? We already ready to jump on people. We so judgmental, dude. We live in a culture of judgment, bro.
Right. Right.
So this is what's telling me, is that people's passions are being judged, right? Think about that. That's their passion. These politicians, and they've been doing this for their whole life. That's their passion, but we judging their passion. We judging how they act, what they say, everything, hanging on every little word. Oh, most people already disagree with one side or the other already. It's already biased.
Right.
They can't really say nothing that's going to make you change the way you think about it. So automatically, we're not looking at things with an open lens. We're looking at it half full. When you're judging, we ain't really listening. We waiting for them to F up. We waiting for them to get us mad. We waiting to get mad at something they say. We waiting for it. It's just coming. It's just like in a relationship. You know what I'm saying? Man-woman relationship, right? Nobody likes walking on eggshells. Nobody likes feeling like, yeah, if I say the wrong thing, it's gonna do this. You know what I mean? What kind of relationship is that, nigga? You ain't even supposed to be in no shit like that. You know what I mean? If you can't be you, if you can't be your passionate self, you can't be your essence. That's a situation like, damn, we ain't like, you know what I'm saying? This ain't gonna work like that. You know what I mean?
Right.
If I gotta change in your own house, if you gotta change in your own house, and you gotta, get that feeling like you did something wrong, feeling, you know what I'm saying? What's wrong, man? Something's wrong with that picture, bro. Fuck that, man. I should be able to tell my woman, man, you come in with that, shut up, that shit. And it's cool at the dinner table. It ain't no means or you you grudging off. I said, shut up, and you tripping because I said, how petty? See, that's that petty shit. But see, that's when it's a fun side of that, but then there's another side of that. You gotta take that shit seriously. Like, man, really, because this is like all the time. You know what I'm saying? It's like, damn. Because really, man, at the end of the day, right? Your wife, your spouse, your mate is supposed to elevate your passion, bro.
Right.
Bro, a man, that's why they call a king, man. It's hard to really, in checkers, how do you become a king? How can you fly? By just the one single chip, or you got to have two chips?
I'm a king?
Yeah, in checkers.
Oh, checkers. Oh, you gotta get two.
You got to have a... So basically, like I said, it's the union. It's the duality that allows you to become a king and fly. It allows you to do that. It takes that, like I said, if you got a passion as a man, you can only go so far. Unless you have another soul that will back you and uplift your and recharge your battery, and they recharging your passion, all that. It's hard to become king. It's hard to really get the most out of because you gotta have that.
Right.
Because you can't get the same thing from your buddies or your cousins or other. It has to be we work in this universe as a duality, plus and minus, male and female. We're one whole of a half of ourselves. You know what I'm saying? And so that's a requirement. There's certain chemicals that get released into your brain. There's certain things that are put forth through that extra support and love of your passion, and not no fake shit. I'm talking about really trying to see you win, bro. Like, really, I'm 10,000 toenails down with you to get that. Do whatever you gonna do, man. You could go climb a mountain.
Yeah, see, that can be a big problem, right? That's huge right there, because that could be a reason why a lot of people do fail, because
every reason, brother.
Yeah, because I had to realize that everything I needed was right at home. I was looking out everywhere else trying to get them. People was pulling me down and weighing me down, bringing negativity on me. And then when my wife came in there with me and really saw what was going on, she made me feel like, I'm not worrying about what nobody's saying. I'm going to go get it. And it just turned a different corner, and then I just took off running. It was even, you know what I mean, it was more powerful when she came in and stepped in. And then at the same time, it worked for her too, because she, you know what I mean, when she went on my journey, she saw
Bro,
something that was for her. And then,
bro.
you know what I mean? That's when she started her business.
That's the biggest problem. The biggest problem is this, bro. When I look at failures or relationship failures, marriage failures, I'm gonna say this, man. Nobody wins. Everybody loses in that
Right,
situation.
right.
Um, because it's important, and that's why you hit the nail on the head when you say that's why there's a lot of failure, especially if you think about it too. And this is, I think it's part of human existence, but it is also a part of when you have a system in place, and when people have to struggle, and then they're fighting between government, opportunity, employment, and running a household and keeping a family life.
Right.
It's meant to destroy something. It destroys the fabric, and then you have a ripple effect. You have a domino effect that really doesn't allow men to fully be as successful or be as resilient, because we're strong when we're strong, but we are fucking weak when we are where we are weak. It's just the duality, bro. There ain't nobody on this earth running around breathing that don't have a side that they have to fight. And that is against, self-doubt, your own existence, the questioning of you. Because that fight goes, I think you always have that fight unless you have to find you got to find a higher self within yourself. And then that's a very powerful thing, because when you find self-actualization, and you find your true passion, and you get in touch with your real essence, and you can get in tune with your higher self.
Right.
Because your higher self, see, a lot of people get it confused. It's something that I've realized. A lot of people get it confused, because what it is that we become spiritually lazy, right? Where we kind of pray deeply when we want to, I just think life throws so much at us that we get distracted with a lot of stuff, which is fine. It's understood. But your true higher self comes to you in your deepest, darkest moments.
Mm. Yeah, yeah,
Really.
yeah.
That's when you know what you're dealing with. You know what you're dealing with, bro, when you up against it, or you in a critical situation.
Right.
You extract that. If you got greatness on you, it's going to extract itself.
Right.
It's just going to extract itself through spiritual nature. There's a nature in spirit. It ain't just a physical nature. There's a spiritual nature too in this existence.
I think we just
I
gotta
mean,
let go sometimes. You know what I
yeah.
mean? And not fight things like what you were saying is like, I gotta, this thing that hinders me is because, you know what I mean, me growing up a different way and not like around a lot of people. So I didn't have like a lot of things. I was always by myself, but I'm not real educated, you know what I mean, in the area of school and different things like that. I didn't go too far to
Man, that
school.
shit is an illusion, bro. That shit is an illusion anyway, brother. Hey, man.
It held me down. But it was funny. No, it's funny because it held me down, but at the same time, I was doing better than anybody. You know what I mean? Like the normal person that's in my area, I'm doing real good. I have everything I need. I don't want for nothing. You know what I mean? I can do what I want to do, but at the same time, when it comes like to go forth and a lot of things, just like the YouTube videos, when I started to do that, I was like, man, I don't sound right. I sound uneducated. You know what I mean? Different stuff like that. So I start pushing myself back, you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
letting that part hinder me in my passion. And then I just had to fight through it and just do what I do. And we can make light of it. Like the last
Right.
video I did, I said some words wrong. And then I put them in the thing like this supposed to be said like this and laughed at it. It just moved on.
Right. No, man, absolutely, man. It's crazy, man. But it all, you know what? It all balances out. It all speaks back to passion, man. It all speaks back because we're a living passion. We're, you know, if you think about even when you fold religion, man, I just think like knowing you can never really understand because religion is set there as a as a sign, like a road, like a sign. It shows you which way to go. It shows you, gives you direction. It gives you a path. But then there's a requirement of the self on that path to find your own spiritual, your higher self connection. And then things will start making sense to you about the things you're reading, the things that are, because I'm totally believing that there's a reason why we have what you call triple P: passion, purpose, and then you add a plan to that. You add a plan, you put a plan on the back end of those three P's. You know what I'm saying? You add a plan to that. So you have purpose, you add passion on top of purpose, and then a plan on top of that. I think that's almost like a key to unlock because we're all destined. Like there's a reason we're here now on this thing. There's a reason in this particular moment on this particular day, October 8th, 2020, 8:15 p.m., that we're having this discussion, sitting there with these PS hats on this planet Earth, amongst the universe, wherever everything is going, planes flying everywhere, people driving on the highway right now, going to and fro, people in work, warehouses right now working. It's people in the drive-through giving out tacos there right now. It's all kind of shit still moving while we sitting here talking. So the world is moving. Everything is always moving. Everything is always moving. But there's purpose in that. That's why we're where we're supposed to be in a time, because we're moving in space. We're moving in time. We're on a time machine. We're in a time machine. Our bodies are time machines, bro. People try to time machine. Your body's a time machine. You're in one. Idiot. You want to keep looking for it. You're in it. You in it. We keep looking at it. Oh, I'm hurt. No, you ain't hurt. You in it. It's your time machine. Whatever your avatar you in. Just like them movies when you see them hop in them little mechs. You know what I mean? You didn't hopped in, bruh. You was born. You ran. You was what? Out of 100-something thousand or whatever the count of sperm. You didn't found your way into life. That means you got into the avatar. Boy, you hopped into the egg avatar.
Yeah.
Came out, man. Experiencing. And here you are today. Damn, 46 years, 50 years. I mean, it's like, that's a time machine, bro. Where the hell did you come from, man? Like, for real. Like, you can't put a finger on the day you took your first breath into the earth. You can't even, like, does anybody remember it? How it felt? No.
I don't remember nothing.
You don't remember shit. Why is that? Did you not have a brain? Did you not have a soul?
Man.
What was going on? See, that's a secret to life. It's a secret. God is tricky. God, you tricky, man. Because it's a secret, man. It's something, because you know what I think? Same thing with death, bro. The way you come in, the way you go out, man.
Yeah.
Don't matter how you go out, if it's a big rig to knock your head down, or, a car, anything that happens, however you go out, if you lose your life, I think it's the same thing. You don't remember it.
Right. Yeah, you're not.
If you can't remember birth, how you gonna remember death?
Right.
We live in a duality, bro. This is divine. See, we try to play tricks and try to figure it out. Look at the subtle ABC 1, 2, 3 shit.
Right.
Life, death. Damn, do I remember coming out and having doctors spank me and cords ripped off and shit? Did I? No, I don't remember not an ounce of that.
That's what's wrong with people. They probably keep trying to remember that.
Damn. Like it's a loss, a hole in my heart. No, it's like a loss. It's like yeah, it's because if you think about that, man, like you don't really start, and they say the development, like your brain don't develop and you really, you know what I mean, not, you don't, your memory skills of memory aren't there yet and all this type of stuff. But man, you know what? Think about this. Every piece of information that we read is from man.
Right.
It's from another man. Everything. Doctor, the way they diagnose patients, the information they tell you about life, and the stuff you read in the books, how things came to be, how the earth came to be, scientists, hypotheses, doctors, you know, philosophers, all of these trying to figure it out.
Right.
Dude, wait a minute.
In you.
Huh?
It's already in you, and you sit there trying to figure
It's already in you, but my whole thing is this, bro. If they not God, who's to say that ain't? See, I don't like no tricks, man. I don't like the illusions, bro. I don't like that's one thing. It's like I think that's the search for all of us as human beings, that we search. We have a passion to search for the answers of why, and that's the whole thing, man. Because you think about it, this is a construct. All of everything that we live in has been constructed. It started somewhere, and we're products of a construction where we come into it, and it was already set up. The way you live, the school you went to, the lifestyle you have, your family, your mother, your father, all of this stuff is found in some sort of construct. But then you got to ask yourself, what is the reason in my existence? And if things are how they are, I would be a fool to deny my own path, because if you, I just believe that things happen. There's something that uncontrollable thing. Everyone's trying to control shit, right? Everyone wants to. I control my this. I control my that. They talk. You know, somebody can sit there and stand on a high horse and claim they have control of their whole life, control over everything. I don't let nobody do nothing I don't want them to do it. All they gotta, you know what I mean? But then have a confrontation out in the world, or go somewhere and just change everything. Where, you know what I'm saying? Where you have to, you know, conform in certain spaces. You have to deal with certain things a certain way. You can't just be on 10 thinking you don't have to bend in this damn world. Nigga, this world bends you. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be compromised. Your high horse independence is gonna be compromised and challenged. Right. So, you know what I'm saying? That being said, man, it's like that's another form of passion in itself too, man. When we're learning about ourselves, learning about how we navigate this thing, man, called life, man. And but you know, at the end of it, man, it's a very powerful, man, you know, as far as, you know, trying to continue to come out with things that are you know, further
Right.
further the ideas, man, to put I think the whole team aspect of doing things, man, you gotta have, you know what I'm saying, a team that believes. You know, that's the whole key with a team, man. You can go 0-5, 0-6, and then like a coach, that practice, man, it's like you dig in so hard is that you got better by the adversity. You got better by not having right away. You got better and you learn and you learn and you learn and then you apply. But see, you can't quit. You can't give up. You can't sit there and you know, because that's the easiest route is to just say, oh man, you know, this ain't working out, man. And, you know, yada yada yada. Man, the things that are said, the things that are spoken, man, hey man, it should come into fruition, man. You should materialize these things, man. They should go, like I said, man, if there's a passion, you got a passion to have your own shop, that's gonna manifest based on it's gonna manifest through your passion and then others who help in support of that passion. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean everybody's gonna be on the same level of passion for it, but it doesn't mean that because everybody, if you think about it, everybody has a something that they're gonna need help with.
Right, right.
You need help with your passion, just like you need a mate to help give you that turbo boost to your passion.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's why, guess what? Only a king, you can't be a king without a queen. You can be a soldier, you can be a lot of other things, but you can't never be a king because you ain't complete. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's just facts, man. It's just universe, man. Universal law. But that don't mean that don't mean you. There's a lot of people who passed away unmarried, never got married. Youngsters never got married. People passed away lonely and by themselves. That doesn't change your spiritual realm, but what it has taken place is your earthly activities, your powers in this realm are not as strong.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's real talk, man. Cause you're gonna do that's the whole thing. You're gonna do everything. Like, dude, that's your energy. That's that battery pack. Cause
Right.
sometimes that battery drain you, and you just got yourself to try to recharge. It take you longer to recharge.
Oh yeah, definitely.
It take you longer to recharge. It depends on how hard you train. And if you
Yeah.
don't have that, man, if you don't have that, bro, it's hard. It's much more of a deal without having when you got somebody that got you, man. They got your back. They propel you. That's why that's why I think a lot of us in our culture, a lot of things that have happened, we go back to the construct of the different things that have happened with families and stuff. For the most part, a lot of again, we go back to a lot of that is failure because you know what I'm saying? There's like I said, I don't think it's a win-win. I think it's always an L in that because of what can be manifested. There's stuff left on the table that could, you don't never know
Yeah.
what they say behind every great man is a great woman.
Right, right.
Behind every great man's passion is a great woman's passion.
Right, right.
You can't go one without the other.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Losses, I want to go back with that when you were saying about losses. Losses is huge. For me, losses is huge. I don't like to win all the time. I like to lose sometimes because it makes me stronger. It
Yeah,
builds me. You know
yeah,
what I mean? Sometimes you can be winning, you can win so much and you just get lost and everything just You know what I mean? Just falls
Right.
apart because you just thinking
Right.
you always gonna win.
Yeah. You
You know what I mean?
always, yeah.
When stuff happens, things happen for me. You know what I mean? Just like I thought, like I'll just tell you the story about the Kings, the guy that used to play for the Kings. I can't think of his name, but the African dude. But he had some basketball teams, and I was doing jerseys for him. You know what I mean? And I didn't really understand what I was dealing with the chemicals and the new stuff that was coming on. And I did some shirts for him after the team took off their shirts. You know what I mean? They all had their numbers and name on their bodies. He thought I was in tattooing. But you know that
Oh,
made
sorry, like a movie.
yeah, that made me better though, because it made me have to go back to say, man, I got to see what's going on.
Damn. So that sweat combined with that, it was a wrap, huh? I was
Yeah,
like the Cracker Jack tattoo. Now you
yeah,
gotta wet it.
yeah.
Damn.
But see that's what I had to do. I had to go research more to find out like what happened right there. You know what I mean? And it took me in depth, but then it showed me that I can't stop ever researching. I gotta keep going. And that was my passion, and that
Yeah.
built, you know what I mean, that put more into me.
Yeah.
When stuff like that happens, or I get put my back against the wall and stuff, it just makes me go even harder.
Yeah.
That's what sometimes it happens, is that everybody just get lackadaisical. Life just start getting too easy. You know what I mean? And
Yeah. No,
nothing
that's what happens.
happens. It just, you know what I mean? It just goes right past them. You know what I
That's
mean?
what happens.
Yeah.
That's what happens, man. You know what I'm saying? And we all know, man, that you know it's crazy, man. But like I said, man, I think we all at the end of the day, man, we all on a individual journey, a collective journey, but an individual journey nonetheless. And all of our existences are planned out. This particular existence that we live in now is planned out, a divine
Right, right.
in a divine order, something that we can't see. Just like when we talk about just when we start this it's so easy, man. It's just I think human beings are always try to discover still what they are, what they're living in. There's so many questions, and instead of sitting there questioning what you are, where you are, how you got there, you just gotta live because guess what? Gosh, dog, man, you have purpose. You have purpose, man. There's purpose, and that goes along with passion. You can't succeed into passion without purpose. You know
Hey,
what I'm saying?
tap into where you came from. I
And then
mean,
how can you have a plan if you don't have the other two in place?
right,
If you're putting a plan on a sandbox by the ocean,
right, right.
it's done. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna get swept away. You know what I'm saying? Quick. The wind gonna blow it, the water gonna get it.
Yeah,
Huh?
everything comes with instructions. No matter, you just ain't gonna pull nothing out the box and then you just gonna just use it.
Right.
You know,
Nah.
what I mean? You gotta read the instructions. So that being said, you gotta, if you want to know what's going on in life or what's inside of you, you gotta go to where you came from. You know what I mean? Tap into
Right.
that side so you will be able to see, read those instructions so you can
Right.
figure out what's going on and figure out what's inside of you. Because it'll
Right.
be revealed to you, just like, you know what I mean? When you open up that, whatever it is, a coffee maker or something, you're going, if you read the instructions, you know what I mean, you're going to get the best coffee ever. But if you just put the thing in there and then it's always going to come out bad.
Yeah,
And
you miss an ingredient and making some chocolate chip cookies, and you forgot an egg, or you put half the whatever in there, half the butter, half the baking powder. You gonna have a different kind of cookie. You're gonna have a different. It's not gonna be it ain't gonna be Mrs. Fields. You know
yeah,
what I'm saying? It ain't gonna win the best. You know what I mean?
right.
You motherfuckers start adding onions in it or something. Nigga, what the fuck you got going on here? You got a quinoa onion vegan cookie, nigga. Get that shit out of here. Nigga, I don't want to eat that shit, dude.
What's wrong with people
You got
today?
some raisins in it.
They keep adding stuff in. They don't need to be adding stuff.
You didn't follow the directions, and that's the whole thing, man. We think about it, bro. We've all, you know what I'm saying? Ain't no blame for nobody, but we've all like, you know, you come into the life and come into the world, man, and your passions change. Your passions get altered in some form or another. But I think ultimately, at some point in your life, God willing, you will recognize your purpose. Therefore, you can unleash your passion. And I think that's at the end of the day, I think that's what we should lead us at understanding that, understanding and realizing your purpose is first, then your passion, and then put a plan to it. And you know, you should find success, man. And if guess what, if you fail, you can live with that. You can be happy and say, you know what, I followed my purpose and my plan and it didn't work out, but guess what, man, I ain't mad at that.
Yeah, okay, that's a t-shirt for this episode.
That's a T, man. We gotta break out some more merch, man. So y'all, man, check this out, man. These Pacific Sunrise shirts, man. www.pacific with a K sunrise.com. We got these shirts on for sale, man. Got these shirts for sale. Let's get it right. We got the black one, you know what I'm saying? I'm on the what's that, the Home Shopping Network, Serena Williams style, but we up here doing it, you know. But yeah, man.
Got these fat hats right here,
man. You know what I'm saying? It's good. This is a good build. Man. There'll be more to come, but this is a part of the essential black man, you know, episodes of Pacific Sunrise. As you see, follow it up, man. Again, www.pacific with a K, Pacific with a K, sunrise.com. Go to the website, check out the videos. We got the what we got right now, man. We got the artists. We got the Jamali Mall out there with the Multiply. What else we got? What else we got out there? Roll call. What else we got out there? Other videos.
Got the
out
keys.
There. Got keys with the losses.
Yeah.
We got the Apex Jones with the new gospel.
The new gospel.
We got the young Miss Tangeray with the home. You know, we got the Creative Spaces concept team, Brain Trust, the Creative Avenue, man, that's gonna be digging in, man. Just hey, once you start putting things together, we got the Cali Six Screen Pros production. You know what I'm saying? Got the Essential Black Man. You know what I mean? So we're trying to dig in the entertainment community and merchandising, man. Yeah. We need to continue to push forth this passion, man. And so this is how we gonna do it, man. We just anything you want to say at the end here, man, to push out, man. I'm gonna say peace, love, and light to everybody, man, that's out there on the one hundo.
Yeah, I just want to say to everybody out there, it's like why buy our merch? Why buy our merch is because when you buy our merch, we're putting back into the community. You know what I'm saying? We're not taking out of the community. We building people. We have classes for the silk screen and stuff that we do for free. You know what I mean? We don't charge. That's why you buy our merch. We're actually dealing with young youth in the community. We're trying to build artists. We're building athletes. We're doing all those things. You know what I mean? And giving back to ours, the people that aren't able to afford things. You know what I mean? That's why I buy our merch. You know what I mean? When you put this PS on, you stand for something. You stand for help out in the world, into the communities. You're reaching out. You're doing something. You're a part of PS.
It's real. It's real, man. It's real deep, man. It's family measures. It's a lot of ancestral action going on, and you tapping in, man. And that's the whole key, man. And you know what I'm saying? We're gonna say king up, bless up, be up, PS up. And we out of here, man.
We out.
Ah.